All right, man. It's all good in the hood of make believe. I encourage the hate. I let it motivate. The shows arrive. I am 210 50 business. Hey, man, real quick though. First off, So Motivation album out right now on all platforms. Finer Things video shoot just got done. It'll be out sometime next week or the following week. I really don't like talking about when things are gonna come out because I got a lot of stuff going on right now. A lot of stuff going on right now. But if you guys have been on my channel, you see that I got a lot of songs, videos, and things of that nature. But I started off having little discussions with a couple of my peers, you know, in recovery, and I was doing little interviews of people who weren't nobody famous, no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just people that I knew who are in recovery or who've been in recovery with years clean, things like that. And the reason I started doing this is because where I'm at, like some people came to a point where they were like, man, I hit a wall. I don't know what to do. It's boring. Um, I can't go here. I can't do this, you know? So something just sparked just to start like a little, like my own meetings. And I'm going to say this, like, I haven't been to a meeting in a while because I feel like what I do now is kind of like a meet. I'm not going to say it is because I don't want to disrespect anyone who goes to meetings or who has their own meetings, but it's something for where we can share our problems, talk about our situations, and just a way to help like community, you know, but I do it kind of different, touch on certain things, but after a while, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Like the people that were involved when I first started off, like they ain't nowhere to be found. Like I can't get a hold of them or anything like that, which is cool. I didn't let it stress me out. But if you look back at when I first started, you can see what I was doing. Okay, and so I started off talking about it. So let me rewind and talk about when I first realized I needed help. Okay, I was in Tennessee, and I was living with some people. We were all addicts, all getting high. All our money went to getting high. Um, but then I left, you know, and I went to jail, and I got out. And you know, when you go to jail, you leave your stuff somewhere, and that shit's gone. You know what I mean? It's gone. But prior, like when I got out, like I pitched a tent. You know what I'm saying? In this little place where people thought it was safe or whatever. So how it started off, I knew this one guy. I'm not gonna say his name. We were getting high, and we were with his mom. We was in his tent getting high and everything. And he got high, I got high. I passed out, and my fucking dope was gone. You know what I'm saying? And I knew this motherfucker took it because he was a known fucking thief. Like he would steal your shit and help you look for it. And you would know that this guy stole your shit. And you'd be looking at him like, this motherfucker stole my shit and he's fucking helping me look for it. Son of a bitch. But anyway, like, I knew it was him. And he's done this shit to many people, to me before, but that's just what he does. And that's what everybody would say. Oh, that's just him. That's what he does. Oh, fuck that. He gonna do it to the wrong person one day and they gonna knock him off. All right, so that shit don't work. And then I end up just roaming around like wherever I could go. You know what I'm saying? So I was basically at this little city park, you know what I'm saying, where it's open to the public. I would go there at night, sleep on the cement with a goddamn blanket, a little cot or whatever, and be sleeping there at night. Sometimes it'd be cold, sometimes it'd be raining, sometimes it'd be cool. I'd get up, get on the bus, ride around for a little bit, go to the day shelter, or I go to the place to get some food, and it was like that. So, what had happened was like I would get what I needed to get, you know what I'm saying? Because I had a job or whatever, but I didn't have my own place because it's like I had an addiction. Simple as that. I mean, I always would like, all right, I'm gonna get this check and go get this and do that. Get in a room, I get a room, you know what I'm saying, and realize I was getting these rooms just to fucking fall asleep because I was getting high. So I paid like $80 for a night or whatever a day and just be knocked the fuck out in a hotel room. Like, so I'm doing this on the street. I can get high on the street and fall asleep for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I thought about it. But, and I don't know if I can say my intentions were good or if they were bad. I mean, I had, let's say goals, but I would tell myself what I was going to do, but never fucking do it. So it was one time where my homeboy, he got this batch in, and it was some of that watiati. I don't know what that word means, but it's the first thing that came to my mind, watiati. So I got it, paid what I paid. I got about like 3 grams or so. And you know, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna do this much or whatever. So I do it, be cool, you know what I'm saying, go to my homie's house or whatever, fuck with them for a while, go over here, fuck with them for a while, you know, but then like I do my thing, whatever, that's another story. But this one week was the week where I realized that I needed some help. Okay, and I'm explaining why. So I'm walking around, whatever, how much I had don't matter, but I had it. And I stopped and I do me a little bump. But mind you, like I was shooting up before that, but that shit was too intense. Like I was bang and then boom, immediately. Wake up 3-4 hours later, like what the fuck going on? But I did me a little bump. Hours later, woke up by a trash can, dumpster. Ain't know what's going on. Later on that day, I'd wake up, I'd do something, I'd wake up, end up in the hospital. Get out, do the same thing the next day, wake up in the hospital. And it just kept on going on for a whole week. Okay, so the last time that this happened, I actually had something on me. But let me take it back a little bit. Like I would get high and then like somebody, my homegirl, I would get high like by her apartment complex, and later on while I'm in recovery, like she would tell me, yeah, I used to see you getting high just doing stupid shit. Singing, rapping. I used to get high and rap for like hours before I'd knock out. I'd rap myself to sleep. And I'd be thinking I'm spitting. One time my shit. You know what I'm saying? With the whole, yeah. My homeboy actually had video of it. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story. But the last time, on the 7th day of me overdosing, waking up in the hospital, I woke up. I knew I had something on me, but I woke up looking for my cigarette pack. It's when I was smoking a cigarette. I was looking for my cigarette pack because I knew I had my dope in it. I'm looking for my cigarette pack. I can't find it. I know I had it. I know where I put it. And I'm needing the cigarette pack. Why? Because I'm in the hospital and I'm knowing what can happen. I'm knowing them boys can roll up, right? So Hey, man. Real quick, though.
You see what's
My man's just rolled in with a whole case of fireworks. I'm going to shout out to... Man, hey, for y'all that don't know what this is, it's that firework Fago. It's the truth. All right, man, so I wake up in the hospital, and like I said, and I'm like, man, oh, fuck. What happens? This officer comes by, and I can't, you know what I'm saying? I found my cigarette pack, but my shit wasn't in there. So I'm thinking like, if one of these motherfucking nurses stole my shit and is in the damn bathroom getting hot. But that's just where I'm thinking. No, it's not happening. So the officer comes by and he got that yellow piece of paper. And this is what he told me. Said my name, and he was like, I know you. And you've been coming here every single day, overdose. And he was like, I know your father. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, I know you better than this. You can do better, way better. So I'm going to write you a citation to go to court. And if all this pans out good, I need you to go get some help. I need you to go to treatment. And the next time you come back and I see you, I need to see you clean and sober. And I need you to stay like that. What happens? For some reason, I said, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. They let me out, and I'm just walking. You know what I'm saying? It's about like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm walking my phone. My parents own a coffee shop right by they own it still, right by the hospital. I walk across there, and I sit down for a while, and I'm just trying to figure out a way to get somewhere. And so finally, I call this, I call somebody and tell them, well, I went back to the hospital the next day and told them I was suicidal. I was thinking about hurting myself so I can get into somewhere. Because I had nowhere to go. The day shelter wasn't about shit. I couldn't get in the homeless shelter. You know what I'm saying? So I told them that, and I'm not going to say that was a mistake, but that's when God sat me down and made me think about a lot of stuff. So I get to Middle Tennessee Mental Institution, and I'm not playing the role. I'm just keeping to myself, walking around in a gray outfit, but I'm knowing in my mind, like, I got to do this. I ain't had no dope or nothing like that. So I didn't detox. I did it myself. I just didn't do nothing. So I went through the withdrawals and all that shit. And I'm in this hospital, and I'm watching people who really need help. I'm doing my assessments, doing what I need to do, eating the nasty ass food. And my day comes to leave, and I'm thinking, like, I don't have nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere at all. I had a check at my old job. So I get out, I get the ride from Nashville back to Clarksville, and I pick up my check, and the first thing that came to my mind was, I'm about to get high. Like, that's the first thing that came to my mind was, I'm about to get high. But I didn't. I got my check, I cashed it, and I got what I needed because I put it in my head that I was not gonna get high, right? So I get to, how did I get? I get to Nashville, and I check into a sober living. Place was called, I wish I knew the place because they did me dirty. We're gonna talk about that too. Life's Terms. Yeah, you know what time it is. I never wanted to blast off, but man, I'm not there, so I'm finna go in. I get to a place called Life Terms, you know, and it looks good. everything. You know what I mean? I meet some guy. I don't know if I should say it. I'm gonna say his name, man. I meet a guy named Curtis and Tony, and I'm serious about staying clean, dead ass serious. So I'm doing good. I'm working, doing my step work, in contact with my sponsor, Christina Smith. We don't talk much because I got a lot going on, but I love you. Who was getting high, and I had some Tylenol PMs that I was taking to help sleep. But one night in particular, he got caught. So they pop us off for piss tests, and I'm just like, whatever. I go, and he takes his piss test. He fails it. I take mine, and I'm like, here you go. Boom, I holler at y'all. He like, hold on. I'm like, what? He was like, you fell for fentanyl. And I'm like, the fuck? I ain't got no fucking fentanyl. Man, you got to run that back. Take another one. Failed again. I'm like, hold on, man. Like, only thing I've been taking was like Tylenol PMs, and I took a lot of them I took like 16 of them. And he's like, ain't no Tylenol PM, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, look, I Googled it, and I Googled some shit saying like, can Tylenol PMs cause a faulty drug test? And it did. I showed him, and he's not wanting to hear it. I'm begging this dude, like, come on, man. I'm going to work. I'm doing my step work. Like, I'm not getting high. It's a faulty drug test. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, well, we're going to go get some at the store, and we're going to put him in a drug test and see if it. So I'm like, all right, bet. Like, I don't know if they did it or not, but he comes back, and I go and ask him, and they like, it didn't show up. And then I'm like, man, how many you put in the drug test? He was like, 1. I said, man, I took like 16. Put a whole bottle in it and see if it works. See if it shows up anything. Now, he puts me out. Then he tells me, if you go detox, we'll let you back in. I said, okay. But first, I'm going to the fucking hospital. They drop us off at the hospital. Go to the hospital. I tell them to run a drug test on me. So they take my blood. Nothing comes back. I get the paperwork, and I'm calling them, telling them, I say, hey, man, I just got a blood test, man. My blood work shows nothing come. Click on the phone up. Okay, cool. That's what's up. I'm in Nashville, not knowing what's up. I get out, and the cops take me to a place called the Rescue Mission. This fucking Rescue Mission was like New Jack City. I'm not getting high, but then I get high there, right? So you can count that as a relapse. That was like 11 months ago. I was only like a week or so clean. 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks clean. And I'm in this place, and it's just wide open. You go to the bathroom, there are no bathrooms. The stalls have no doors. The showers are open like jail. You look over here, someone's got a needle in their arm. You look over here, someone's smoking crack. Someone's passed out. And the first thing I think is, I'm finna go get a pack, and I'm finna make some money. So I go. I get me a pack. I come back, and I'm making a little money. You can't, being an addict, you can't sell what you got high on and not want to try your product. That's what I did. But the first time I did it, I woke up with no shirt on and people over me asking if I'm all right. I get up and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I start sweating. You need me to call a doctor? I'm like, no, I'm good. I start sweating. I can't breathe. I'm feeling like I'm finna die. And I lay down and I said, man, please call 911. They call 911. I can't move or whatever, but they get me in. And I go to the hospital, and I go to this other place, Eagles Landing, some shit. Don't really remember all that. But I got high there, I think, because I just know they woke me up, said I gotta go. I get dropped off in front of a McDonald's, and I'm there for 3 days. I look in my bag, and I got like, I don't know how I had it. I forgot. But I have like 3 grams of dope. I went and flushed it. And from that point on, I knew, like, from here on out, I'm going to get clean. No matter what, I'm going to stay clean, right? So I call this place. I'm not going to say who. I call this place, and they tell me, we'll come get you. It's in Kentucky. I'm in Tennessee, Antioch. They tell me, we'll come get you, but it's going to be like tomorrow or in 2 days. Can you make it? I'll be cool. I'm in front of McDonald's. I got a little bit of money. I called my mom. She sent me some money. I'm eating, using Wi-Fi, just getting my mind ready. Sleeping outside in front of this little center in the rain, everything, going through it. Back and forth across the street. You know what I'm saying? I'm constantly on my phone, just looking up stuff, like just getting my mind ready to get clean finally. They finally pick me up. Well, I go to the hospital because I'm like, man, I don't know how long they're going to be. So I'm on the way to the hospital and I get a call. Where you at? I'm like, where you at? I tell them where I'm at and they come get me. I walk out. Shout out to Big Brooks. And I walk out with my bags and there's this big dude like Suge Knight. I'm like, man, what the fuck am I getting into? I get in the car, the man gives me a bag of Sour Patches. And we get to where we are. This was like about 10 months ago. I'm going on 11 months clean on the 4th of next month. So I get into recovery. I detox. Did I detox? No, I didn't. But yeah, I did. I didn't. But I got there and I hit the ground running. But I get into my room and it's like these dudes fresh out the penitentiary. They got pop socks with the crushed up soap in it, washing their clothes in the damn sink, like all type of shit. And I'm like, oh my God. But I'm going to classes, peer support, and it's like all day, every day. And I'm just realizing like I'm soaking in this knowledge, but I'm seeing how everybody else moves, noticing that I'm moving different. 210, my name first off, because I'm from San Antonio, Texas, 210 area code. My haircut, Southside fade. I'm just different. Outgoing, energy, keep the vibe correct, love a good vibe. I watch people's energy, but I'm taking notes, participating, and we hit peer support classes, and I'm just saying, I'm just like this is something I want to do. So I get to walking around telling people, address me properly, peer support specialist. And guys are loving the energy, but then some are like, oh, he's cocky, he talks too much shit. Not realizing I was just speaking it to existence, man. That's all I'm doing. So, I talk about how I'm gonna make music when I get to a certain phase, and I'm constantly talking about it. I start writing an album, and I get information about where I'm at is small, and it's nobody really doing what I'm doing. So I get to PHP, which is like an apartment complex with everybody in the whatchamacallit, whatever. So I start doing my show. And then I sign up for college. I get accepted. I'm in college right now. I get accepted into college. Then I get my peer support license. Plaque. I graduate the first phase, second phase, OP, and then I get to the sober living, and the first thing I do is I get that studio. Now I'm cooking. I make my first album, Sober Motivation, and I learned about marketing, just the business, not all the business, but I learned how to market and everything. We dropped the album fairly from where I'm at, and for how I got to do it, shout out Tennessee Dave, I make the music, send it to him, he mixes, sends it back, we put it out everywhere. So people start seeing it, you know what I'm saying? I get props. I don't know if it's genuine or not. I don't care. But what I'm saying is, I get the man. I see you 210. I'm like, appreciate it, thank you. But in the back of my mind is like, I know, I told you. You know what I'm saying? I'm one to not say I'm gonna do something, then not do it. If I say I'm gonna do something and don't do it, it's a real good reason why I didn't do it. Like why I wanted people in my first video shoot, and I didn't have anybody but me. And shout out to Sharice because it was her car. I wanted it like that because I don't want it to seem like I'm some rappers. They need a group of people around to make their shit hyped up. I didn't want that because I started this by myself, and I'm just now just now shot my first video. When you see me, you don't see me with anybody. You see me by myself. So how does that look for me to be seen by myself this whole time, shoot a video, and I got all these people with me? It doesn't make sense to me. And it makes me look like not a fraud or a fake, but not who I say I am and my beliefs I stand on. But mind you, the next one, I got something planned. So, where was I? Yeah, 10 months later, I'm in sober living, working, been at the job 4 months, graduated OP, still in college, record label, about to be real, about to get my LLC, business license. The podcast, it's okay, but I'm starting to see certain things that need worked on. So I release music and it starts doing something in my eyes because of where I'm at with no help, and me and Tennessee Dave, the only ones to do anything. I think it's pretty good to reach 160 streams, 160,000. I think it's good because when I was doing music years ago, I was getting high and shit, and I wasn't even getting 2,000. But that's another story. You know what I'm saying? So I've been clean 10 months, going on 11, and I wouldn't be here without support. You know what I'm saying? I got kids who my oldest son never really seen him since he was a baby. My daughter, I'm just now getting to see her. I'm still cool with my first baby mama. Second baby mama, we don't talk much, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, man, things are going great. Okay. Shout out Tennessee Dave for believing in me, sticking with me. Shout out OG Heavy. Who else? My kids, my mother, my father, my sister, my niece, just my family, my real friends here. You know, because I keep my circle small. But I also want to say that no matter where you are or what point in your life as a recovering addict, changed men, changed women, do not forget where you came from. Just because you have a title does not mean you are better than anyone at all. Okay? At all. So just remain humble. Everything will happen when it's supposed to happen. I'm 41 years old. Late bloomer, for real. But everything will happen on God's time, not your time. Watch who you hang around. Watch who you keep around. Your conversation is worth a lot. Not everyone deserves your conversation. Not everyone deserves to be around you because their energy might not be on the same wave as you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't really give that. I give pounds because that transfer of energy. Okay. So with that being said, man, this is like my first real live, just to talk about me. So when anyone hears any music, I'm on some Eminem shit. Tell them something they don't know about me. You know what I'm saying? 50/50 TV. We'll be dropping some. I'm gonna take a break for a while, maybe, because I got stuff I still need to drop. I'm just gonna go ahead and get them out the way, focus on the music, but I'll still do these lives from time to time, about 30 minutes like now. So we gonna end this. I love y'all. Sober Motivation, the album is out on all platforms, every single one of them. Finer Things, shooting up there, Glitter and Gold, just to name a few. You see my shorts, you see my videos. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Spotify, everything. Facebook. You know, Facebook is TOOTEN because 210s. I'm gonna change it to the real 210. But yeah, just look me up, man. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Fuck with me. So Motivation. 10.